So my name is Mohsin Hassan, and I'm the COO of Volterra Energy Holdings, which is a retail electricity provider in Texas. And we market three brands. And I'm here to talk to you about our customer engagement journey. It wasn't easy. We got a lot of things wrong along the way, lots of lessons learned. But it did enable us to become one of the fastest growing retail electricity companies in the US for the last 3 years running. We know all about the benefits of customer engagement. 23% premium over non-engaged customers. Customers who are engaged buy more, they advocate more, and they engage with you more. Some of the other industries, you can see the premium is even higher than the average. There are some sobering facts, though, about engagement, which kind of shows that you can't always get it right. 82% of marketers, for instance, believe that they know how to engage with their customers, and yet only 50% of customers believe that the brand that they want to engage with is doing a good job of connecting with them. And only 32% express satisfaction with the efforts that are being made to engage with them. The biggest fact that I would like to point out is that irrelevant content is the main reason why customer engagement efforts fail. I think we've all seen different versions of this slide. The challenges that our own industry has faced in engaging with customers. 37% no interaction in 12 months through a live customer service agent. And then, go back for a second. And then only 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes of interaction through the digital channel in the whole year. Obviously, lots of improvement is possible. This despite the fact that we are one of the most reliable industries, beating out even the airline industry. And we have committed to spend significant resources on customer engagement related initiatives as an industry over the last few years. And there's been a lot of innovation in terms of how we have attempted to engage with customers. Communications and rewards, home efficiency bundles, other bundles involving energy storage, medical insurance, so on and so forth. So it's not been a lack of effort. And yet, the space invaders are eating our lunch. In terms of brand value and customer product loyalty, they are the top brands out there. So which brings us to our approach. How do we engage with our customers, knowing that there are significant challenges? One thing that we did learn from the space invaders was to look at things bottom up instead of top down. So what we decided to do was quite simple. We just decided to listen to our customers. And what did they say? Well, here's one example. Over here, the customer is talking about a marketing campaign that we ran, which obviously he's not a big fan of. And our response to that was, okay, how do we take that information and use it to our advantage? What we decided to do was bring a sharper focus to our customer triage during the campaign process. We decided to segment the data, we decided to look at demographics, and we wanted to tailor a message that the customer would find relevant. Here's another example. The customer here is talking about the email response that he got for a request that he made. The lesson here for us was to tighten up all of our channels and optimize our resources across those contact points with the customer to enable us to respond in a timely manner. 40% of consumers are now expecting a response within 6 hours or less. Similarly, here's another example. This is a customer who was with TXU, one of our incumbent competitors in the market. He'd been with them for 30 plus years and decided to sign up with us because of our customer service. This brings home the fact that customer service is a channel that is irreplaceable, that you cannot have enough emphasis on hiring and on training the best possible resources, and that this is something that you cannot look at as a cost, but you have to look at it as an investment. The other thing it drove internally was an adjustment to our KPI measurement, key performance indicators, for our call centers, where we no longer measure the talk time for the customers. We want to make sure that we address all of their concerns. The only thing we now measure are call abandon rates, we measure one-time call resolution, and then we measure the incentives, excuse me, and then measure the measure the actual abandon rate and the talk time, not the talk time. There's an article out there which shows that businesses have lost $75 billion annually due to poor customer service. And the reason for that is a lack of investment in resources. Here's another email where the customer is critiquing our online enrollment experience. And again, the upshot here is that the customer is actually teaching us how to be more user-friendly and to offer a customer experience that enables him to meet his needs. 74% of people are likely to switch brands if they find the purchasing process too difficult. Here's another email, the final example. Is talking about the ability to refer our services to one of his coworkers. And he's not finding an easy way to do that. Well, the lesson there is quite obvious. A customer referral program that is easy, that gives the customer what they want. And given a positive experience, he will refer more customers to you and become your advocate. So how do we put it all together? Well, the four learnings for us through this process was, number one, focus on engagement leads to operational efficiency. That is, in fact, just a byproduct of using customer data and customers' feedback to improve your internal processes. Secondly, an integrated omni-channel approach is critical to success in engaging with customers. And customer service is the absolute most important channel that you can have in order to make that happen. In fact, from what we have seen, best-in-class personalized care through your customer service can often trump your technical capabilities, your lagging technical capabilities, and your lagging customer experience in some cases. Third, you cannot have engaged customers without having engaged employees. So you have to hire the best, you have to train them to the best of your ability, and then have proper incentive programs in place that would enable them to be to represent your values to the customer. And finally, the customer's voice matters. But the caveat there is that all customers are not created equal. So you need to work your segmentation, your demographics, in crafting a message that is relevant and which is useful to the customer. Here are some of the things that we were able to achieve by listening to the customer. The most important of these to us are these metrics over here. Less than 2% attrition on a month-to-month basis, and a less than 1% overall bad debt. I read this quote the other day. In an era when companies see online support as a way to shield them, blah, 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 blah. I know it's a mouthful, so I'll just leave you with what Captain Picard advises us to do, which is engage. Thank you very much.